they told you we encounter a problem since yesterday at 2 o'clock. As a DBA, you have to solve that issue. But the way I said last time is not all companies going to provide that ADDM report, because it costs a lot of money in the company. So you, as a DBA, it depends on your company. But let's talk about this ADDM you do have in your company. You will go and check what time the problem was started. You can begin a snap to see, and you will know exactly what was the cause of that problem. But it's based on AW report first. So for me,
Bibish, it is very correct. So what she said is right. The ADDM actually examines and analyzes data captured in the AWR to determine possible problems in the database. So, another question. Can you guys give me the difference between, oh no, let me just leave it first. How do I create an ADDM report?
How do you create in PuDi or on OEM?
Wherever, even in SQL Dev.
You can use both methods. You can use it. You can use it using your SQL tool. You can obtain it using your SQL tool. And you can also obtain it from OEM. So really, it is about which method you decide to use. You could run the script that is found in Oracle home/RDBMS, or you could decide to go directly on OEM and obtain it. I think there is a third method, but I'm not very sure what that third method is for now.
Okay, this one. You talked about Oracle home/RDBMS. I guess it is the SQL method.
Script. Yeah, the SQL method.
That means if I go on Oracle home/RDBMS, I'll be able to run the ADDM report.
No, to run the ADDM report, you have to go.
Just continue. I know what she wants to disturb me. It is somewhere around there.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. It is somewhere around. For example, if I ask somebody how to generate an AWR report, and you just tell me Oracle home/RDBMS, it is around there.
On SQL.
Yes, on SQL, it is Oracle home/RDBMS/admin AWR report. So I'm just expecting you guys to know the part, but at least you know what I'm talking about.
So we have two parts, because the one I know is /RDBMS admin ADDM rpt.sql.
Exactly. The one I just
that one is to report.
AWR.
That one is to report.
She's right.
Generate the report.
Yes, that one is a report.
It is to generate the report, right?
Yeah.
report.
But you can also generate the report by text or by HTML.
Okay, you guys actually understood my question. That's what I wanted. So as Marina said, that's the part Oracle home RDBMS/admin/ADDM report.sql.work. So we cannot talk about
the third method is to use DBMS advisors. I remember we did it somewhere in chapter 12 or 13 or something, but I'll never remember something like that.
Yeah, it advised us. Okay. You guys know we cannot talk about ADDM without talking about AWR. So can you guys just give me the difference that we have between the two?
Both of them are tools.
You said a similarity, not a
I want a
difference.
different. The different.
I think the AWR captures just a snapshot of the database at a specific point in time. Why the ADDM helps in analyzing those reports and giving recommendations.
I think also
Exactly.
on AWR, we always check for DB time or elapsed time. So when we see that elapsed time elapsed time should be more than a DB time. So what we look in the AW database is a database ID because it's a unique number too. So when they ask, what do you look for in a AW report? For me, I think the database ID. Like,
Okay, it makes sense, Bibish. It makes sense. She gave the difference based on what you. For example, if I ask you what are the statistics that we found in the AWR and what are the statistics that we found in the ADM, like what do you look at? So it makes sense. Marina, do you have anything to add?
No.
Okay. So how frequent are the statistics in the ADM taken?
The 60 minutes.
1 hour.
Yeah, it is correct. So it is taken every time an AWR snapshot is taken. That is every hour, every 60 minutes. Okay. Anita, Corinne, Joseph, Monica, Sakisa, do you guys have any questions to ask? Do you guys have any questions to ask to the ADDM reporters?
Yeah, I have some concern when you say the difference between ADDM and AWR, right? I know the AWR is stored in the memory on the disk, right? I don't know if I'm right.
The AW is stored where?
Memory on the disk.
Yes.
What about the AWR? AWR is saying is stored in memory and disk, like the snapshot.
Yeah.
What?
I thought the AWR was in the dictionary cache.
The prof said last time when we got courses, it was like memory and in the disk.
In the disk. Yeah.
It's also in the disk. Okay.
Yes.
No, can you guys repeat the question, please?
That was the AWR. Start.
You wanted to know the difference between AWR and ADDM.
The AWR is stored in the data dictionary.
No, the post the last time said is a memory on disk. No, data.
Let me see.
Memory.
Let me see. Because I know the prof said that, but let me see again.
Yeah, I watched one video. They said the same thing.
Yes, the prof said that when it was a question for all the class, so everybody was like,
No. The AWR is kept in the memory and it is the optimizer statistics that is stored in the data dictionary.
Statistic is in disk and memory, not the AWR.
So we're getting confused.
Confusing.
Statistic is a data dictionary, Bibish. Ultimate statistics is stored in data dictionary.
Optimizer.
Yes, statistic is stored in data dictionary.
Wait,
let me see. Let me go back to my notes. Let me go back. It's like you bring confusion now. The prof explains. Wait. Okay.
They ask why it's stored in the memory because it says its access is easy in memory. And this is going to survive for the clash. I remember that.
The The optimizer statistics are stored in the data dictionary, but they are found in memory and disk. That's the difference I wanted to remember. They are found in memory and disk, but they are stored in the data dictionary.
Yes.
Same for AWR.
Optimizer stats are stored in data dictionary gathered for 1 month and 24 hours, right? So
AWR, where AWR is stored?
It is the same thing. It is stored in the data dictionary, and they are found in memory and disk.
What do you mean is stored in data dictionary and then they are found in memory and disk?
Okay. Let me take an example. Do
you have your note, Renata?
everybody's we are checking.
See, no, I want to make a difference.
Are stored both in memory and in disk, like the database, but I don't know. I want just explain. Let me see.
Okay. Where am I? I am, for example, I am found in memory and disk, but I store my statistics in the data dictionary. So the AWR is found in memory and disk, but the statistics that the AWR collects are stored in the data dictionary.
The statistics that is collected, they are being collected by snapshots, right? So you are saying the snapshots are the ones which are being stored in the data dictionary?
Yeah. Okay, let me just put it.
It's a little bit confusing because I want to believe that the data dictionary is found in the shared pool of the memory, right? So it's like you're saying the same thing twice.
So let Corinne finish his question
Exactly.
so we can understand.
That's what I was saying. I don't understand if you say it's stored in the data dictionary and then found in disk and memory, because it cannot.
Data dictionary caches.
The disk itself is a storage. Storage. So if you mention that it's stored in data dictionary, then it's found in the disk, it's a little bit confusing because the disk is meant for storage.
Yeah.
What I understand. So
where is the data dictionary found?
Okay. I just googled it and it gave me the same answer. Where is the AWR found? This they are found in both in memory and in the database. Database, that means the disk.
Yes.
And it is placed in both reports and views.
And in the memory, it is found in the dictionary cache.
Let me see.
Let me now do where is the AWR statistics stored? Because I think about
can you say
you will
that?
still see the same thing, Renata. It will give you the same thing.
It's stored in memory and what else?
And disk or database.
Okay.
Renata, if you change it like that, we give you the same thing. That's what is showing on me to have checked.
Okay. 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 What is the data dictionary?
I think the data dictionary is found in the memory, right? Shared pool or something.
I think is that found. The data dictionary is the information about the database. That means it is found in the database. That is the disk.
It cannot be found in the disk.
Okay.
That is where you get all the structure of the database. It cannot be found in the disk.
I think memory, right? Because for easy access.
Yeah.
It cannot be memory. That means that all the information about the database it is in the memory.
Yes. That's where you want to have the structure of the database in the memory. Let me check it fast. Yep, exactly. I said it. The shared pool. If you have the notes that Prof gave us, I think it was DB1 or it was DB2. I don't even know how to call those things. Page, chapter 1, page 11. You look at the structure of the memory, you're going to find the data dictionary cache in the shared pool.
Okay.
What I have here, it said it's stored, I think, in the system. Yeah, I think you're correct, this one.
Okay. I saw what we're looking for. So, okay, I saw what we're looking for. So the right answer is the AWR statistics are stored in memory and disk. Then the optimized statistics are stored in the data dictionary. So it is not the same thing.
So optimize the statistics store where? In the data. Yes, that one I see the notes. Yes.
What I'm asking is that where's the data dictionary file? It's still found in the memory.
Yeah, it's a shared.
It's found in the shared pool of the memory. So it's the same thing. When they say the AWR is stored in the memory, where in the memory? The memory is divided. Where exactly?
Yeah, it's vast.
So it's probably the data dictionary too.
See what I was saying? All the data dictionary tables and views for a given database are stored in the database system tablespace, and tablespace are found in disk.
In the disk, yeah.
Tablespace are found in disk. All the information of the database cannot be stored in the memory. The memory is too small to gather all the information about the database.
I saw that too. I just saw that. What I say, Oracle could allocate logical space for all data in the database. At a physical level, the data is stored in data files on disk.
Thank you. Okay.
Please, what does it read? That is the AWR is found in the disk. I didn't get what you guys said.
No, the data dictionary. I'm talking about the data dictionary. The data dictionary.
The data dictionary is found in the disk.
Yeah.
So the data dictionary is different from the data dictionary cache.
It might be. Because it says it's stored in a data file. It's stored. They said at the physical level, the data is stored in data files on disk. And this data dictionary is data now, which is the data is stored in the data files, which is a table space. So normally it's stored in the disk. I think the reason why maybe if it's not stored in the disk, we might be having problem with memory issues. I think so. Maybe containing all stuff about the database, then being.
You see, even when we were doing the memory structure, we were talking about the cache sheet and the cache meat. In the memory, you won't be able to find all the information. That's why when you have the cache mesh, you go to the files, you look for the information, and you bring it back to the memory and give it to the server process or what process?
It's stored in the disk because in case in the crash, you're gonna go over there and find the information again.
You go and copy when you have a cache missing. You copy from disk and then
copy from the disk
to memory where it can be readable now or access.
I already forget my question. I already mixed in my head now. Okay.
Come back. Don't worry.
I think what you asked was, where is the AWR? You were asked something about where the AWR is stored.
Yes, that was your question.
It was not my question.
I think you would compare where the AWR compared to ADDM. where those two are stored. I think that is what she was. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I want to say if somebody asks the difference, if I say DDM try to report the most significant performance problem
found in based on the AWR report.
Wait, say that again. Wait, let her finish. Say that again.
At ADDM, if they ask me the difference before ADDM,
Yes.
AWR, if I say ADDM tried to report the most significant performance problem during analysis period on time of the effect on database 10. On the other hand, AWR is the snapshot processing collect the sample data into memory and write in the performance storage. That's what I want to ask if it's correct.
If you read it somewhere, it's correct.
No, from what you said, right? I was trying to gather what you said. From the ADDM, from what I just understood, like, let me just put it in a simple term, like the ADDM saying it's trying to give appropriate solutions to the problems occurring, maybe like slowing the database, trying to resolve them, right? I think like, then on the other way around, you said the AWR is what? I didn't get that one.
They say AWR is snapshot processes collect the sample data into memory and write it into persistent storage.
Well, to me, from what you just said, right? To me, I cannot see it like like differences. Maybe
It's not a difference because AWR doesn't solve any issue, right?
Exactly. So,
yes.
like, you can put it like this, what you just said, right? You can say them when you are talking about AWR and then giving reference to ADDM. Like, you can just say this, the ADDM does this, the AWR does that. If you say, like, differences, I don't think there are differences there between what you just said. To me, that's what I see.
Okay, Anita and Corinne. Hi, Anita.
To me, like, please, let me just say something to another. To me, like, for example, right, what I'm trying to say, you see, like, okay, you can just say AWR looks for the problem and then ADDM solves the problem.
Okay.
You
Makes
understand
sense.
now? Yes.
Hi, Anita.
Hello.
Okay, Anita and Corinne are there. You're done with the ADDM. The British Marionette and this one are ready. So, ASH. The first question I have for you guys is, what are the information that I can get from the ASH report? What are the information I can get from the ASH report?
Are you asking to the group or to
Asking to
specific
Anita and
people?
Who is
Corinne.
doing the? Oh, okay.
Anita and Corinne.
It seems like they are not there.
No, they are there.
Yeah, is the recent.
Oh, Corinne was talking. I was thinking about Monica.
Monica, she's on with Nalda
Oh, okay. I forgot.
and Joseph. I think, I don't know.
It's recent activity session on ASH.
Okay. What else? You said, okay, recent and current. Okay. Because you can get the current active sessions.
Current is recent, right, Grenada?
Okay, ma.
What was the question? I didn't really get it.
What are the useful in the ASH report.
Okay.
Excuse me, guys. I just heard what you guys said, but I just wanted to say I don't think that recent is really current. Recent gives the impression of past. Current gives the impression of something that is
I
happening.
actually don't think so too.
So
When you say,
Wait,
when you
what
say,
recent and current? That's what.
when you say recent, it has the impression that it just recently
Oh,
passed.
so it should be like past and current.
You know, it just took place a few minutes ago. But when you say current,
It's
it
now.
means that it is taking place.
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, it contains statistics and data that is necessary for performance tuning, such as SQL statements, execution plans, information about objects, wait events, information about the sessions. Yeah.
Module and action name.
Okay. So I think you guys are correct. You can have the locking sessions too from the ASH report. You can even have the top SQL that spends the most CPUs, input and output, and even the wait events. You can have what again? Yeah, you can have the most active session. You can have the what again? Anyway.
Renata, I would just want to ask them something, please, before I forget. There's something I read about that I cannot even capture it well. Like, what is the like? There's a little slight difference between the snapshots that have been taken by the AWR and the is it like what you see? What the A? How is it called? Is it
ASH.
ASH.
Active session history, right?
Yes.
So what are you asking? Like the difference in the
like,
snapshots?
yeah, there is. I think there's something. I read something like that. It's a slight. It's not like really like a difference, right? Not like really a difference, but like what you can find in the
SH.
yeah, which the snapshot cannot. Maybe it might not display it. Let me just try to put it like what I saw, right? Like I read something like in the AWR snapshot report, right? You know, well, like when you're going to look like the SQL, like when I said the top SQLs, I think in the ASH, when the snapshot, I think you can see the top SQLs, but in the active session report, there might be other SQL which might be causing, I think, which might be causing problem to the database, but I think they are not, they don't appear like the top SQL. I don't know if someone is understanding what I'm trying to say.
I mean, but
I mean,
all
the way they said
going on that's taking place, like the ASH, it actually has all the sequels that is taking place at the time that you select, because it shows you, you know, by if you select a time range, it will tell you all the sequels, and then like the amount of CPU it uses and whatnot.
Yeah. I think I'm not really clear about what I wanted to really say, but when I will get to it, I will.
Let me say something. I don't know if I'm getting you well. For example, if the system is slow, right, between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m.
All right, you see, like, okay, what I'm trying, you see, like the example they gave, like, for example, a SQL can run, right, faster. You understand? A SQL might run faster, but it's consuming a lot of resources, like CPU and this and stuff like that. It might not show, like, showing, you might not easily identify it because it ran faster, because when you look at the top SQLs, right? But there might be a SQL that ran maybe 5 times
Yeah.
But if you look at resources that it's consuming, it is smaller than the one which ran just once, which consume a lot of resources. I think that's what I'm trying to put. But just I cannot really put it well compared to the snapshot reports and what we have in the active session history. But when I figure it out, I will try to say it again.
Okay. I
So
need to
like ASH is also, I don't know, but I don't know if you guys do have some question for them because
Anita and Florin, where are the data in the ASH stored? Where are data in the ASH stored?
It's stored in the view VDollar active session history.
No. Where are the data in the ASH stored?
Let me look on my note, please.
It's stored in memory.
look at
Oh, okay. That's what you meant. Okay.
Stored memory. So, next question. If I want to view my active session, what is the view I'm gonna look for?
View dollar active session storage. View dollar active session. View dollar active underscore session underscore historic.
View dollar active underscore session underscore history.
Yeah.
Okay, can you just go on your PuTTY, share your screen and try to view view that view. Anita, do you have any idea? I'm not saying it's wrong. I just say if you can share your
where is this? Is it stored?
If I am a DBA and I want
Okay,
to view I want to view the active session, my ASH, right? What is the view I'm gonna query?
Is it the DBA underscore history underscore active underscore session underscore?
Exactly. DBA underscore H underscore active underscore sesh underscore history.
What on please? But that is not for that is for the other view. That is DBA view. You asked about ASH, right? Because right now I'm confused.
Yeah, I'm talking about ASH.
Yeah, because DBA underscore historic underscore active underscore, that is for DBA view. I don't know.
What is the meaning of ASH, Corinne?
Active session historic. Right.
Yes, that is what she just said.
No, but they say
the way you are talking is like it's different.
Yeah, because I don't know if the video I saw is wrong, but they say they have two view.
Oh.
Yeah, because when I say for the to see the ASH
the active, yes.
Yeah, it's VDollar active underscore session underscore story, but to see the DBA underscore historic underscore. I'm confused. Let me just share my screen with another.
Okay, no problem. Okay, let me just make sure it's enabled.
Let me go to PuTTY.
Okay. Thank God, when you share, I want you guys to do the an ASH report, and I have another question when you do that.
VDollar underscore active underscore session underscore history.
When Colin, you can go ahead and share your screen.
Let me open the pudding here. I tried to open my pudding. Please give me.
Okay, while she's doing that, I have another question. I think I'm Corinne. So, you know the ASH, is it an automatic, how can I put my question? Is it an automatic parameter, or it is something that you enable and disable?
Say again another.
Okay. The ASH, right? Is it an automatic parameter? When I mean automatic, I mean it is already there, you know. Or is it something that you need to enable and disable?
I don't think so. It's not automatic. It's something you need to enable.
Yeah, exactly.
But they say active.
The
So it means it
ASH
can be
you need to
disactive, yes.
enable, yeah.
Because
You enable and you disable. Anita and Corinne, I have a lot of questions for you guys. Corinne, are you done? Can you share the screen now?
Yeah, they said I can't find they can't connect my student name. Host doesn't exist. Okay.
Mommy.
Joseph, I believe you're getting ready. Because after that, the floor is yours.
Somebody should start with that this presentation thing. Me, I'm just blank and I'm.
No problem. If I will start.
Yeah. The day I asked you, remember I called you, right, to ask you about those points.
Go connect. Are you connected to your Cisco?
I'm sorry.
So another day I asked you about, I called and I asked about those points. I was like about getting ready to start preparing myself, and something came up. So since then, I haven't done anything.
Anyway,
but trust me, I was preparing myself today and tomorrow fully. But let somebody start, then I will maybe from there.
We do have Saturday. Don't worry. We do have Saturday.
We need to finish it today. We need to do everything today.
No, I said present. Oh, presentation. Okay, I got you.
I will try to let somebody just start. I will try my best now. Anytime, no.
Okay.
I think I figured out the difference between the $V active session history and the other one. I think the $V active session, it really just shows you whatever happened within the last 5 minutes, while the DBA underscore history active session will show you, like, you can actually select the time that you want.
Okay, yeah.
Put your password.
Yes.
I'm going to bring us a little bit back.
My gosh, so you have to talk about all this stuff.
Exactly, and that's what I was trying to say. You guys need to talk about all what I'm asking.
I see the $V active say underscore session underscore history. It's just to see what is going on in the database and any time, any point of time. So if you want to see what is going on, you just you do $V active underscore session underscore history.
Yeah, because another question was when you want to see your ASH, what do you need
Yes,
to?
I don't know about that one, but this one is to see anything that is going on, what is happening.
And to the people doing the ASH or is active session, sure what. I think I saw a slide video, and the video is like, it's not that long, but it makes a lot of sense concerning this. I think I will share it in the group when I will figure that out. It makes it like, it's really not too long, but it makes a lot of sense.
How long is it? You know, I was thinking since we have that much time, we can include that in our presentation.
Huh?
Yeah, you guys need to put everything, every single thing, even the ADDM. We have a lot of questions.
Because like the person is really demonstrating, and from when you see from how long, I think the session where those the history is they are found, they are being kept there for, I think they are being taken every second, right?
Yeah.
And I think from there they are being moved. The video really explains all that, and you see everything very clear. I would search and get a video and I just say.
Okay. Anita and Corinne, you guys should just go ahead and generate an ASH report now, because I have a question from there.
On Pudi?
That's a push. Just shared her screen. So yeah, on Pudi.
So you have to connect to your database first. Which database you want?
Hey guys, I still want to bring us a little bit back on the data dictionary question. I am 100% convinced, except somebody tells me otherwise and proves it, that the data dictionary cannot be found in the disk. I just don't see how it's possible.
Wait. Hold on. Okay, yeah.
All the information I've been reading since we had this discussion brings me automatically to the memory. You know, but the impression that the word you're saying is everything that concerns table spaces cannot be found in memory.
Don't go to SQL yet. You have to CD to the directory.
That's why I say idle.
So just exit and then CD to CD space / U01 / app / Oracle.
Again, this one.
I think we should finish doing that one first before we go back.
Anita.
Okay.
I think they canceled that idea about data dictionary, and they said that is in the memory, right?
That's not what we concluded.
That
is not what we concluded, because
because I already I already put in my mind that it's in the dictionary. So
the data dictionary, I've told you guys, I've referenced you guys to chapter 1, page 11. It says it, and I'm reading the Oracle notes. It says the same thing. It still says that it is found in system table space, but I don't know if table spaces cannot have any form of information
in memory. I don't think so. For that point, I disagree. According to me, the data dictionary is found in a disk. You're talking about table space being found in memory or whatever, right?
I'm not saying that it's found in memory. I don't know. I think that maybe it's shared. It could be found in memory and also found in disk. But what I'm just saying is the data dictionary is found in the shared pool of the memory. Like, I have referenced you guys to several documents. I can reference you guys to several documents that show that, you know, I'm actually reading the Oracle notes now, and they say that much of the data dictionary information is kept in the SGA in the data dictionary because in the dictionary cache because Oracle constantly accesses the data dictionary during database operations to validate user access and to verify the state of schema objects. The data dictionary actually has the entire structure of the database. The idea of running a SQL, or even when you want to do a video session, you want to run a view, you have to go into the disk to go and obtain that information and view it. Or each time you want to obtain, what you're saying is, if actually it is found in a disk, what you're saying is each time you want to say query some information, because the data dictionary has the structure of the database, and that structure must be known first before you are able to access information from any data block, because only the dictionary can tell you exactly where those blocks are found. You have to go into the disk, run into the disk before you come back into the memory to come and run the block if that block is already found in the memory. Are you understand what I'm saying?
Okay. Desmond, let me bring you a point. You're talking about memory, right? You're talking about data dictionary, you're talking about memory. The data dictionary has all the information about the database, right?
Yes.
Okay. You remember in DB1 when we're talking about memory, we have the how do you call it? The let me say conditions. The conditions for data to be kept in the memory, right? The least recently used and the what the touch count or something like that. That means that if you're not part of this condition, you're being deleted, right? If they delete something, that means it is no more found. It is not, if the data dictionary is found in the memory, that means that most of the informations in that data dictionary have been deleted. If it is found in the memory, that means that most of the information in that data dictionary have been deleted. If they don't oh my god, if they're not part of the condition, that means if they're not recently used or frequently used, they are being deleted. But the definition of the data dictionary does not tell us that information has been deleted. Okay. One of the reasons why we keep information in the disk, it is because the disk has a lot of space, and we don't need to delete anything from the disk. But if you keep information in the memory, obviously you're gonna delete those information at one point in time. That's why we have that condition of touch count and least recently used.
Where is the metadata of all tables found? The metadata. Where's this stored?
What you mean by metadata of?
Like, where's the metadata of whatever it was? Is it tables of view, like really the information about the data? Where do we store them?
Information about the data are found in the data dictionary, right?
Voila. So, well, I'm just anyway. Are you seeing the page I'm talking about? Do you have that PDF open right now?
I don't have that page. I don't even have those DB those points of DB1 anymore.
Because if you read on that page, it says very clearly, it's not like it is not even ambiguous about it. The data dictionary is a collection of database tables and views containing reference information about the database, its structures, and its users. Oracle database accesses the data dictionary frequently using SQL statement parsing. This access is essential to continuing operations of Oracle database. The data dictionary is accessed so often by the Oracle database that two spatial locations in memory are designated in memory. I want to precise it, are designated to hold data, to hold dictionary data. One area is the data dictionary cache, also known as a row cache because it holds data as row instead of buffer, and the other memory and the other area in the memory to hold dictionary data is the library cache. Oracle represents each SQL I think, okay, Oracle that it runs. Oracle database represents each SQL statement that it runs with a short SQL area, as well as a private SQL area kept in the PG. Oracle recognizes when this user is executed. Yes. So if you read the first two paragraphs I just said, it is not very ambiguous about the fact that the data dictionary is found in the memory and in the shared pool. You understand what I'm saying? Like, because to me, I really don't conceive how this thing will be running from the disk. It doesn't make any sense. Like, to be able to obtain the structure of your database and its users, you have to go and obtain that information from the disk before, even if, and in that case, if the information was already found in the memory, then you have to come and obtain that information in the memory. It's going to be very difficult to run that way. Very difficult. Anyway, maybe we should carry out some more research and discuss this further next time we meet. But it's very difficult to imagine the data dictionary in the disk.
It is, I mean, it is like it is an argument, and you know, you cannot, for an argument, you cannot just take one reference.
No,
I don't know if you understand.
I'm not taking one reference. I've actually, since we talked it, I've actually opened a lot of documents in Google right now, and they're all talking about the memory, you know, they're all talking about memory. In as much as, I want it to be clear, in as much as they keep saying that the data dictionary is found in the data one of the system, data file one of the system tablespace, but they also continue saying that it is found in the memory, in the SGA of the database.
Anyway, that's not what I see, but I mean, I don't know what it is.
What are you saying? What are you saying? What are you saying? Maybe, well, tell me what you're saying.
What I'm saying or what I'm saying.
You said what you're seeing, seeing, right?
Yeah, what I'm saying is the data dictionary is created when the Oracle database is created. It is owned by the sys user and stored in the system tablespace.
Yeah, open the
Some
whole
components
document.
are stored in the 6aux tablespace.
Open the whole document. I think you're reading just the first thing that Google gives you. Open that document itself.
Yeah, okay. The data dictionary is full of metadata information about what is going on inside your database. The data dictionary is presented to us in the form of a number of views, and the dictionary views comes in two primary forms: the DBA, all, or user views. These views are used to manage database structure. The V$dynamic performance views. These views are used to monitor real-time database statistics. My God, it is so long. Okay. Who are the rest of the—
Are you reading the Burleson notes? Are you reading the Burleson?
Dilemma here, what's the dilemma that you're saying that it's stored in on disk?
Yes.
No, I think it's stored in memory, because like if we say it's stored in the system, sys is owned by system and sysaux, and it's stored on their table spaces. Table spaces are logical storage, which is memory.
Table space are logical. I don't agree with that. I just saw something. Actually, I just saw. Okay, I just saw something. Where is— okay? 1 second. Okay. Okay. Each table space in an Oracle database is comprised of one or more operating system files called with data. While a table space data file physically stores the associated database data on disk. I don't know if it makes sense.
Yeah. I am not that. I've not been refusing what you've been saying, but at the same time, I'm telling you what I'm reading, you know? Yeah, you're reading the Burleson note, right? I don't think Burleson actually goes into telling us exactly where it is found. It just tells us that it is found in the system. You're reading Burleson, right?
I don't know what's Burleson.
One of those database professionals.
Renata, you want me to stop sharing?
No, I want
No,
you
you
to
have to
talk
share.
about an ASH report. Generate an ASH report.
You want me to do the VDollar?
A tablespace is physically stored in data files. Tablespace are stored in data files, and data files are in disk.
Including views?
That is what is implying. That is actually what it wants to imply, which is not possible, right? Okay, what I'll do is I'm going to send you.
Yeah, Corinne, go ahead and generate your
Be doing your thing. Okay, I'm going to send you one of these Oracle notes. Open that one and let's read it and be reading it. Have you seen it? I sent it on Zoom.
On Zoom. Okay.
It's on the SQL, right? I'm going to see is SQL VDollar.
I'm talking about generating an ASH report.
Hmm?
I'm talking about generating an ASH report.
That's why I said the SQL is VDollar.
Just exit and then you go to the directory before doing that. So it's going to be cd slash u01 slash app slash oracle. No, you don't need the space there. Slash product slash 11.2.0 slash db_1 slash rdbms slash rdbms slash admin.
DB. Yes.
rdbms slash admin.
RDBMS.
Slash, okay, cd, you want the cd,
Is it to generate the ASH?
yes. So why do you want?
I just do it straight on SQL.
What do you want to do?
She want to generate the.
Yeah, so this is just to see, but
Yeah.
first from here you have to know like which directory you want to be in. So you can do cd slash aura data. So it's like when you generate, it's going to go to that directory.
Yep.
Actually, it's going to be, yeah. No.
It's no CD slice, yeah.
You see this slash or
Slash.
no,
No
space.
space.
I don't understand what you guys are doing.
Yeah, or actually, can you just
You need to, I don't
What
know.
are you guys
oh,
doing?
are you in oral data? Okay. So
List.
now you want to go to SQL.
Okay.
Just list. Let's see what's in there. Okay, so now just go to SQL.
SQ.
And then you just, do you even have to start up? Oh, okay, just do @?RDBMS/admin. Question mark.
Question mark because you are on SQL.
Une minute, pardon. Yeah. J'ai oublié à commencer encore quoi?
Question mark. You have to
Point
backspace and
d'interrogation. Avant.
On dit le marque question.
/RDBMS/admin/ASH RPT.
RPT.
RDBMS.
RDBMS.
Oh.
Really? That's it. The RDBMS.
/admin/ASHRPT.SQL.
RPT. ASHRPT.SQL.
RPT.
Non. Ton truc là, ton report là, c'est ASH, non? Tu mets ASH. S.
Corinne, you're trying to generate an ASH report. So the ASH they're talking about, that's what you have to write. ASH.
ASHRPT.
It's small letters.
ASHRPT.
You're trying to generate an ASH report. No.
Ton truc là,
session history.
Vous parlez de moi, je vous comprends pas.
You're trying to generate an ASH report, so it's going to be the name of your report and then, RPT. If you wanted to generate an AWR, it's going to be AWR RPT.
R. Enlève le R. Corinne, remove that, yes.
RPT as in report.
Yes.
.SQL.
.SQL.
Enter. What type of report, text or HTML?
Let's do text. TEX, type TEX. T, I mean.
Text. Text.
ça?
No, look the text.
You know, you can just read the instructions there. So enter HTML for an HTML or enter text for a plain.
There is it's something they say that.
Oracle not available.
Oracle not available.
That's why I said intervalue database ID. Let's restart. Let's go back.
Oracle not available. Yeah, shut down about.
Yeah, maybe because you didn't start up. Maybe you had to start up your database.
Because the database was like
idle
Shut down
instance.
about then start up.
What I need to do?
Shut down about.
Tu retournes. Ça va pas marcher.
Exit from what you're doing.
Tu retournes.
My control C.
Just exit. Close the body. If you are back there, start up. Connect to the SQL. Maybe you have to set the environment. No, you can still do startup.
Want me to run again?
Start up. Start up. Tu as the instance.
Your database is shut down. You have to put your sign, semicolon.
Oh,
okay, you don't.
yes.
All right, so how do you want to continue with this? Because it's Renata,
so we
taking some time.
Yeah.
So because we only have one class to prepare.
That's why I'm saying we have to finish today. We finish it today so that on Saturday we just revise the preparation. But we're gonna do everything as in putting all the ideas together, our PowerPoint and all those stuff. Be able to make the PowerPoint and we do the presentation, and on Saturday we do it again. And yeah.
Okay, so for the PowerPoint, what I was thinking is just having everyone put down the idea, or we can do it together, I guess.
That's what I want us to do today.
Okay.
What do you mean? The PowerPoint? Which one is PowerPoint?
The PowerPoint is like a tool, right?
When I was giving the thing, the list in class, I said you have the PowerPoint, the presentation, the scenario, and the.
I saw all that. That's why I told you.
The PowerPoint is the written part.
Please,
and the demonstration.
Renata, please, I'm just begging. I know it's too much work. You already have to work. Can you just, like, for example, like scenario, you just like put something on the corner, that scenario like this and that. So, and then we'll just paste it in the group. So we can be using it always, because it's gonna be the same, right? For the project stuff, like the scenarios and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Yeah, so each time we want to do our presentation, we know we are just following that same.
Corinne, paste now. Paste what you selected.
I think so. They said they're gonna.
No, just do, yeah, there, and then enter. So let's just move faster. So text. Ay, ay, ay.
Hi, Desmond.
So what do you want to generate? Let's see, example.
Let me see.
You can do 09/09/20. And then you can do, I guess, 7/15. So 7, you can do 0, no, 7.
That one is a begin time.
9.
Let me. You want me to?
Never say, yeah, then space. And then you put this never sekela in
Sector.
time. So 1 what?
7. This never say 7, no. No.
What this never, yeah, 19. What am I saying? 19.
Ton serveur est slow, comment? Je comprends plus. Hein.
And then 2 dots, those 2 dots.
2 points de suspension.
Point de suspension. And then
2 points. 2 points.
No.
She said 2 dots, right?
Vous voulez?
That's an example update. That's why I'm taking it. You know, you don't even need my guidance.
Yes.
You just look up here and you see the example.
You see there.
You make up your own example.
The time is
there.
up here. Tu peux regarder l'exemple.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. No. Oh, you put also second.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
Enter. And then we'll ask you for the stop time, I think.
Duration.
You can put 4 or maybe 30 minutes. 1 hour. You see there is the same hour.
Press enter to analyze current time.
Minus 1 hour.
Yeah, just press enter for the current time.
Enter.
Okay, so what do you want to name your report?
Put your name.
What database is this? ORCL
.report. You can put Corinne report.
ASH. No, you want to specify what type of report.
I'm saying if she already has it, she can change the name anytime.
Oh, okay.
But she can put ASH. I see a ASH report. Did you send that report to our data?
Yes, it's going to go to our data.
Good.
So now you want to go to your
desktop.
To WinSCPO.
Yes. Send it to the desktop.
There's another way I saw, like, if you want to read these reports, right? Like, for example, you are here in Oracle, in SQL like this, without going to, I think, WinSCPO. I've just forgotten that command too. Like, I think you type something, then Mozilla, you put Mozilla, for example, like the browser you want it to like open from. You just type it and you put something like Mozilla. We just read it and just open it.
Okay, is it the report here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. So, Anita.
But she has to go to WNCP. Does she know how to bring it back to the
Why
desktop?
is it looking like that?
But because there is nothing on that ORCL, right? Did you delete?
What is the form she put?
She put text. The text come like that.
Did she?
Exactly.
No. Or style type text. Oh.
Yeah, the text come like
Exactly.
that.
That's the text.
The text come like that. If you put HTML, it's different.
That's when you go.
Now I was
Exactly.
saying that for ASL and then the AWR is the HTML.
TML.
Those are, I mean, is the one you are supposed
Recommended.
to use.
Yeah,
And
that's what that's what you
ADDM is the
recommended.
text that is recommended.
Oh, okay. Because
For ADDM and then HTMS is recommended for AWR and for ASH. Yes.
HTML. You have to put
Let me ask.
wait, please, Marinette, please, can you take that over again, please?
Yes.
I'm saying that for ADDM, right?
Yeah.
Is text who is recommended, and then now for SH and then the AWR is the HTML. Who is recommended for those two?
Okay.
Okay.
So you can open it and view it clearly, right?
Yes.
Yes.
When you open, you use it, you see
everything
really good.
Can you just explain to us how
Now
do I hate SH?
Please, Renata, please, can you let us do this? Can you let us just do this thing and let's go and sleep, please?
Can you explain to us how to hate?
They've tried. They've tried. Is it only Anita and Corey that is here? Since
No, they're the ones that the reporters of the ASA.
They take too long, Renalda. They take too
it's
long.
okay.
This one is too hard.
Okay, last question.
NPMO.
Okay, last question.
No, and also this question that you're asking, is it not in the demonstration? We're going to present again.
Anita, don't worry, we don't have time. That guy will change that day. 1 hour, 30 minutes. He will change.
You have to move on.
Renata, oh yeah, you two generate AWR report. Anita and Corey.
Can you show us how to wait now? That's the last question. That's the last question. Okay.
You don't know, so you should answer the question.
Monica, you can start about the presentation.
We'll start with presentation. I'm sleeping.
Corinne, please stop sharing your screen.
Jesus.
At least you know how to do it now. Monica,
I have my this thing. How do you guys call it again? My PowerPoint, but I don't even know how to send it to you or to. I'm gonna show you guys. Through email. Oh.
Send it to Anita through email. You should get it on PowerPoint. Did we send hers on WhatsApp? Because it was a notepad, so she just took pictures.
Okay, I see. Because
this one, your own is on PowerPoint or notepad.
You're asking if I'm doing.
How do you make the diagram?
Okay, that's one before I forget. So I asked Gaita, and he told me that it's actually found in both memory and disk. It is found in both memory and disk. In memory, it is found in the data dictionary cache, and in disk, it is found in the system table space.
Okay.
Yeah, so it makes sense now.
What is found in memory and disk?
The data dictionary.
Oh, okay.
So, Monica, the floor is here. I guess this time around it's going to be perfect as in perfect. So, yeah, you can start now.
What am I starting?
The AWR presentation.
Again?
Mm-hmm.
I thought we've done all
The
that.
PowerPoint or what?
Everything.
Hey.
Everything. After, yeah. What are you guys expecting?
I thought that we did it last time, and then we have to just show the PowerPoint and we
You
see.
already did it. You said we should give it to Anita.
You did it? You gave it to Anita?
Oh, God, Jesus. That's what you said now. You said, let's do it. Give it to
That's
Anita.
what I'm
Anita
saying.
put
Did
it
you
together.
Did you give it to Anita?
You said Anita was going to put it together. Oh, Lord.
Did you give it to Anita? That's what I'm asking.
We're going to give it to her now.
You know what? My suggestion was we do the PowerPoint now. You know, we do it all together so that we have all the points down.
Exactly. To be able to do that, we have to know what she did, right?
I mean, but we're all here, so while I'm typing, you can give me your points, so I just type it down. No?
Should I show you my points?
The problem is, it is not just a matter of giving points. For example, if she gives the point, I give my point, Joseph gave his points. How are we starting? You need to know how you start in the presentation. You're not just starting by points. Okay, let us just work the way you guys want us to do.
Because this one that you're asking, I think is going to take another hour.
That's a long thing.
No, you don't need to do the demonstration. You don't need to give the scenarios. It is gonna be on your PowerPoint, right? I don't want you to do the demonstration or the scenario. I just want you to do your presentation. Don't demonstrate anything. Don't do any scenario. Just do the presentation.
Excuse me, the last group class, did someone record it? The last class.
I guess Sakisa did.
Sakisa.
Is he part of this group? Just wondering.
Yeah, it's connected now. I'm saying.
Connected.
Sakisa. International.
I think it's recording even now.
So,
yeah, it's recording.
Who's recording? It's Renalda.
No, Sakisa.
Sakisa, you can see.
Ask Sakisa.
Okay. I'm asking because like I need to check about those scenarios and all those stuff so I can.
No, you need to create your own scenarios, Joseph.
I know now. I did not say someone's own. I mean like I asked you now, like what I have to put in the scenario, like stuff.
You're creating a scenario where you're gonna use the AWR report.
I know, like I asked you last time. It's not like I want to take some. I want to like see, for example, if somebody is doing the AS stage, right? Just like seeing how from the scenario, how the person presented it. It's not gonna be the same thing I'm doing if I'm doing AWR now. So I'm just seeing the format. That's what I mean, the format, not like.
Okay, Monica, please start your presentation. We'll be dropping
I did not put it together. So in 2 minutes she did.
You guys want us to do what now? I don't understand what you guys want us to do.
Okay. Anita, are you listening? I said the AWR automatic.
Oh, wait, hold, please, question. You're still going to send this to me, right?
Of course. Yeah.
Okay.
Did I send it to you now first?
Sure. Okay. So when is today? Today is Thursday.
Let me send it now first.
I hope I should have this ready before the next class. Saturday. All right.
It's not much, it's just 3.
Wait. You guys don't understand something. We cannot be sending everything to Anita. Okay. The reason why we are doing it now is to, if you did a long, some kind of like, for example, if you read what you just did, what is not gonna be useful, you cut it, and what is gonna be useful, that's what you send to Anita. Same thing for everybody. So she knows what she's gonna what she's gonna join to make, for example, the AWR.
That's the same thing now. If I send it to her, she'll pick the one she wants to use. The one she doesn't want to use, she'll take it out. Right?
No, I'm lost too. I'm a little bit lost about
Me too. Me too.
Monica,
She cannot do it. We are going to do it together here now.
Please, can somebody excuse me? I'm a little bit lost here. When I'm hearing send it to Anita to remove it. Anita, the things that say PowerPoint or what they are sending to you, you are compiling it like to present it like our group or like what? I don't understand.
No, to create a PowerPoint, to make a PowerPoint.
For who?
For the whole group, because we're all going to use one PowerPoint to present as a group.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so
for example,
combine.
the person presenting, talking about AWR, we use that PowerPoint.
Yes, so the PowerPoint is going to be
at the end. Is it being used at the end of the presentation or at the beginning of the
during the presentation?
No,
you know
we
how,
don't even use the PowerPoint.
Oh, the PowerPoint is just like the things we just like we.
That's what you're going to give to. For example, that's what you're going.
No, it's just like a reminder of. No, it's just to have the so that the class can have like a visual of what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like it's just like a few points, and you.
That's what you present to the class and to the exam.
Yes.
So it's just like a few points that you take each point and you explain it. You take each point, you explain it.
Sorry, the presentation to me, I've not done many things before, so.
You don't understand what a PowerPoint is. It's just like what Gaetan does in class. You see, he has a page, and then he'll be like, he won't even really read what's on there, but the points there, you know, will just remind him of what this page is about. And it's up to you, the class, to actually read what the PowerPoint is.
So if I understood, like the PowerPoint, for example, if you're talking about AWR, for example, PowerPoint might just say, like, for example, what is AWR? When are the snapshot being taken? So, like stuff like that, right? And you explain a little bit, you talk about it a little bit like that.
There's not a little bit inside. If you're doing 3 things, then of course there's no little bit.
You don't understand.
If you're
You
doing
don't
3
understand.
things,
Well, you say PowerPoint now. So that's what I'm asking. For example, AWR. You're gonna put like what is AWR? You talk about AWR and
everything you know about AWR.
And then the next point again now under you, what will you say if you have already said everything about AWR on one point?
Let me show you what
that's my point. I want to really understand.
You want me to show my PowerPoint so that you can see?
Exactly. Let me share my own. Let me share my screen, Joe.
Okay.
Should I? Share. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is mine. Are you guys seeing?
Yeah.
Wait, this is, are you the one you generated this one?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is my point about AWR. So this is a few points that I'm going to be reading. That it resides in the CSOT stable space, right? Then I'm going to go to the next table. I'm going to talk about the SQL. I'm going to talk about how the reports is being generated, how to pull the reports. I'm not done. So this is the 3.
The second one, you say you talk about the SQL.
Yes, the 2 types of the SQL will have the AWR PT and the RPT high. And what the 2 does. And this is about the AWR, how it's being generated every hour, the snapshots. This is built automatically. You see?
I'm seeing it.
What is that BGFG?
SGA.
No, the one at the.
This is the memory.
No, on your left, VG.
VG.
Oh.
I just
FG.
copy this one.
You
just found it. Maybe they will ask you one question.
They will ask me. I will know it. Don't worry.
For sure.
I will know it.
So check on that because
I'll check on it.
Monica.
So this one,
The 8 days I'm seeing. What does those?
You see another
which
question.
one? M1.
8 days.
Which 8 days?
No, the 8 days is kept by default.
For 8 days now.
By default.
Ronaldo.
By default,
kept for 8 days.
By default.
Okay, let me just make sure.
Yes, that's good. So that we cannot.
Wait, let me go with the 8 days. BG and FG.
It's for 8 days by default. You can change it. You can put 10. You can put 5. So
it depends on you.
But if you don't change.
I wanted to ask, please. Another thing I wanted to ask during the presentation, like for those who we have shared it, right? Okay, they are just doing AWR. Like I see Monica now on AWR. I'm doing AWR and some other people. So she will present on AWR.
Okay, BG means business group.
Okay.
And FG?
Hold on.
Renata, is that how it works?
Joseph, like this year, if that was the whole presentation for AWR, one person will take one page, the second one will explain, and then the third one, because everybody have to talk, right? Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Because if we are doing AWR, one person, it means we have to share it now. We have to compile the material and share it to know this person is going to do this one, because we should not get confused. They will not say this, they should not call someone's name and start talking about AWR and then they call another person, you come and repeat the same thing that the other person has said. That's what I'm trying to say now.
I think it is,
like
I think it is 7 to 8 days. It is not just 8 days.
It's between 7 to 8 days, because some it depends on the database, if it's 11G or 12G.
The AWR, yeah, you're right. Wait, let me just
If it's 11G, I think is
11G is 8.
If it's 12G, it's 7 days.
And if it's 10G?
I don't know 10G.
That's why I say 8 now. You choose.
So it's better to say 7 to 8 days.
Yeah, so that people will not ask any question.
Don't ask question, please.
They will.
Someone tell me what I said, like how the presentation gonna look like.
You have to put everything together first before.
Let us finish to put everything together.
Okay.
Okay, this is Monica's work.
All right, so please, one last question. One last question, please, Monica. Like I was saying, I'm new to this thing. I want to understand it. All right, like your presentation now, your scenarios, like another you said, you create scenarios and all that. Is it in
I don't have scenario.
Okay, don't have scenarios. What else don't you have? You spoke of scenario.
Demonstration.
Demonstration and what again?
Presentation.
Presentation. So which one are here? Because this is only just the PowerPoint, right? Or the PowerPoint now comprises of some of the presentation.
Can you go on your present?
I can do demonstration on OU.
Okay. Can you go on the third page? I want to see something.
On this, I'll go to demonstration.
No.
On this
the demonstration is when you carry out the report. I'm demonstrating how. That's what you're doing, yeah?
Yeah, that's when I'll go on.
Like what Corinne was doing, that was demonstration.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. You show how you generate your AWR report. Show how you read the AWR report.
But if I want to do my own AWR report, I'll do it on Enterprise Manager. I'm not going to do it on Pudi.
At least you know how to read it on Enterprise Manager, right?
Yeah, that's fine. Because that's going to be quicker for me than going on Fully to go and be doing it.
Joseph. Joseph.
Yeah?
I can't believe you did not do anything. I don't want to believe that.
No, see, Renata, listen, I've read some little stuff, you understand that? My problem is putting these things like in the order and all stuff like that. That's why I told you I'm asking all these questions. You understand? No, this is something that I can generate within, like tomorrow evening I can even send it to you or call you. You understand?
When you guys are talking, I just imagine people reading. I don't want you guys to be reading. I want you guys to be explaining to people who don't know anything about AWR, ADDM, and ASH. Explain as in if I receive an answer, if I receive a question, I send the answer back. When I'm explaining, I'm giving examples. As I explain, I give examples. It is not something that you will just open and read. No.
Don't bother, I will not fail you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, you guys, okay. You need to know where to start from this thing because we are going to be gathering it now. So
that's why I'm saying we should have a structure, right? That is going to help us a lot. A structure on, like you must know what to begin on, what to maybe talk after you talk about the first thing, how to link and like how to link the point now. For example, somebody might know somebody might have all the material, but you might not know how to present them. You might not talk about maybe the first thing, you might not just define, and then you go and talk about maybe how to, like, for example, right, you just define the concept, you go and then you start talking about how to generate it, like if you want to generate the report, you run it like this without maybe mentioning, and then after running the report, you come back again and start talking about the same concept. So we have to like try to figure out a structure on how to go.
Okay, Monica, you know what we're going to do? I guess for my questions, you have all the answers for my questions, right? Okay, good. I have 3 questions, and we are 3 of us. I don't know if you guys are getting what I'm saying. The presentation I did yesterday, for my questions, we can do the presentation, right? For example, my first question is, how do I make an AWR report? Monica can explain it.
Those are it.
How do you read an AWR report? Joseph can explain it.
That's the thing.
Are some of the
I'm talking about
by the AWR report? I can explain it. The last point in my presentation talks about the active session history. As from there, we can put a transitional statement, then the people doing active session history can take it.
From there.
Or I think I have a point about ADM, but it's not the last one. So we need,
So if you talk and then you link it with ASH, it means the next group will be the group talking about
ASH. Yeah.
And if, for example, you had to, like, maybe I'm just saying, if you had to link it with ADDM at the end, it means maybe like the next group coming in will just be the ADDM group.
Yeah. ADDM. So if I link it with ADDM, the ADDM must find a way to link
with
the presentation to ASH.
Yeah, ASH.
Yeah. So
I can't really see the link from ADDM to ASH, but I can see the link from AWR to ADDM.
Actually, there's definitely going to be a link from AWR to ADDM.
Something to introduce AH or ASH.
To introduce ASH, right?
Yes,
Like
from
if you ended it with, because
ADDM or from AWR, I can't really see it.
no,
Okay,
if you have to link it to start it with, like, let me say it with AWR, like the video I sent, right? I sent a video in the group.
I know that video.
Okay, you know the video. You see on the starting of that video, they start by saying the AWR takes the top sequence, which give you the top sequence, and then the data all came and said there was a time for sequel. I think is it the 05 minute for, I think, what is for, how do they call it? Is it here what for a time given for a sequel to run? And then the later explained that there are some sequel which might take one, I think, is it 1 second, while some other might take 1.05 seconds, like that. So they are linking it like how AWR will show you the result of the one which run faster, but the other one which run with the other a little bit longer time will not appear on that. And they are linking it with ASH from AWR.
Oh, okay.
The starting of that video, if you look at it, you will see, because they even say they are comparing both of them. So they just started. They never spoke about AWR for long. They just had to just introduce it a little bit, and then I linked everything now to active session history. So that's the same thing we're just trying to talk about. Once you pick it out, you are not talking about that one because it's not your issue, but you just have to just pick it from where
Yeah,
it links.
I was just trying to know, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not asking because I'm representing.
Yeah, for example, like what we were saying, like I said, I just cut it short the other time that AWR, like you could say, it sorts out or fishes out the issue which are maybe going wrong, and then the ADDM now like might come in to like try to provide solution to the issue that the AWR generated. So you see, you can just say the AWR did it, and then you start now before talking about ADDM from there. Just an example I'm saying. Because for me, it will make no sense if somebody present, if for example, the first person does a presentation on AWR and then you finish, and then the second person come the active session history, and then you just start active session history is this, you start talking about active session history. Like we are separate people. So if I think if we like really try to link it from this one to this one, it's gonna make a little bit more sense. That's what I'm just thinking. It's not something so serious. I don't know if you are getting my point. Like it's just exactly what Renata said now. That she ended it with like she ended her point with her presentation with is it AWA or ASH, and then the next person now will just start from there and then just like that.
Okay, Anita, Corinne, can you guys link ASH to ADDM?
Anita, Corinne, they are tired too.
They are tired. They are tired.
Can you give the point that you have?
To finish those people.
I don't understand.
So you say like you mentioned ASH at the end of your presentation. Can you just mention?
Okay. The last part in my presentation was the statistics that the AWR report contains. So the first point was the resource SQL statement, there's dynamic performance views, the wait events, the object use statistic, and the active session history from VDollar active session history. Talking about active session history, Anita, wherever, are going to tell us more about active session history. That's when you take active session history.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. Can you take that again?
Okay. The last part of my presentation is the statistic collected by the AWR, right?
Yeah.
In those statistics, I have the dynamic performance views, I have the wait events, the object uses statistic, and the active session histories from the VDollar active session history view. Talking about the active session history, Anita, Corinne, Ehrman are gonna are gonna give us more details about this report
Yes,
or tool or this whatever you want.
Where is he even reading the question?
Another.
Huh?
I don't know if I get it very well. You want us to talk about the dynamic performance view?
No.
The SAH, how to link the
introduce what?
Yeah, thank you, Marinette. I just want to introduce the active session history. Full stop.
Okay.
Can you repeat one person, please?
So I guess we can just maybe say that, you know, like from Monica's diagram, it shows that ASH and AWR statistics are in-memory statistics. So it's like in the same square. So we can say that they're both like AWR statistics, ASH statistics are also in-memory statistics. And then you start, and then I go forth and explain what the ASH is.
The way that she's talking, Anita, you guys won't have to say anything. She will just introduce and then you start with maybe the presentation or whatever. You won't have to say anything. It's just the way that she wants the transition from AWR to ASH.
Okay, so what I said, is that not good enough?
That's very good.
It's good, right?
It's a way of starting, you know, of starting it.
Oh,
for me, I'm thinking.
I thought that you were looking at another way to introduce.
Because like, how are we going to do this? Are you going to go ahead and do the scenarios and demonstration and everything before the essay or the ADDM people come in and do everything together? So I don't really see the need for the transition and all that.
Oh, really?
I don't understand you like, okay, you are starting your own from the beginning. It's not like you're starting somewhere and explaining. No, you're starting from the beginning. That is, you explain what the ASH is all about. What do you understand?
I understand that, but from what I'm thinking, the demonstration is going to come at the end of your presentation, right? Or is it going to come in the middle? So it depends. Like right now, what you're talking about.
The demonstration comes in the middle. Why? Because my first question is, how do I make an AWR report? This is my demonstration.
I think you need to explain it first before even, you know.
Before you have to do the presentation.
Yeah, for me, the way I'm thinking, we should just do as he said, like the way he did. He sent us the thing. So he said you have to explain it first, you know, explain, then do the reports, and then maybe after that do the demonstration.
I don't understand what you guys. I don't understand at all. I don't understand why you guys are confused.
So explain the components. First of all, explain what the AWR is. Explain the components.
That's what I do.
And then, okay, but the way you're talking is like you're asking yourself questions. Okay, these questions are going to help you, but you shouldn't be asking yourself questions. I think the questions should come in the explanation. Because you say your first question Monica, is how do you generate
Monica,
an AWR? That should
not even Monica. Corinne, please, can you go ahead and share your screen again?
See, this is why I really wanted us to do this PowerPoint together, because I'm not going to be able to know how to really arrange it from what you're
This is what I've been talking about, that you might have the matter, but you must know the point. Like now, this is what I was saying. You see, if we know, if you are saying like explain the point, you explain the next point. So you give it point. You know, this is what I'm talking about first, and then from here I'm moving to here. From here I'm moving to there.
Because like from my presentation, first I explain what it is, and then after that I explain the reports and like explain the components. Then I go to the scenarios. Then after that I go to the demonstration. You know, and you should be able to answer your questions while you are explaining what it is, not jumping straight into how to generate a report. Corinne, share your screen.
Okay.
But Corinne is sharing her screen now to show what the demonstration.
You start talking about the AWR. I want to show.
Say, let me just say this. Oh, we are wasting time here for nothing.
Please, can you share your screen?
Like now, right? We should just say the first point. And are we talking about explaining the concept? Like we can say point 1, explain concept. Point 2, explain this. Explain. We'll just come out with that, and that will move on.
Yes, and then the questions, if they come, then they come.
Yeah. Just say point 1, explaining concept. Point 2, demonstration. Point 3, generating the report. You understand? We just put it that way in that point form. So you know,
I mean, I get that she wants everything to be said, and that is a really good thing. But actually answering the questions while trying to explain, I don't think is a very effective way of making people understand it.
No, we are not the one to ask questions, right?
Those people will ask questions.
When you do your presentation, all those answers will come from what you are saying. So
Exactly.
if they want more explanation, they will ask question and then we answer.
The answer for my question are based on what I'm explaining.
Okay.
No, you don't have to answer. I mean, to ask any question, Donada.
I guess you can. It's fine. You can. It's actually, that's a good way. While you're explaining, you ask, how do you generate? That's public speaking skills is good. But having to put it in the presentation, because the way you're asking, you tell me that you're asking 3 questions, and that's how you're going to, your presentation on AWR is going to go. I don't know. I think we should have like a more specific
Please, can you just
plan.
Can you enlighten? You said those your questions, the way your presentation.
I'm gonna do my presentation again. Let me.
I know. Just say that you said you asked.
I was trying to say that the best way now to let us understand what you are saying is to show your presentation instead of asking Corinne to show again, because this is like.
I'm the one doing what is on the screen.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you're trying you're actually doing the demonstration now. But you haven't even explained what it is first.
Yeah, because
the demonstration is going to be based on that.
Okay, so you're doing your demonstration while you're explaining.
No, based on what? You have to, you cannot do that demonstration when people doesn't know what is AWR, right?
Okay, let me start all
I don't know, maybe we should just do that. Maybe one person should do the demonstration, the other person should do the presentation, then the other person should do, I don't know,
yes,
I think that's a better way of doing it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I was, and I asked this question, like, how are we going to do this? We pair ourselves, 3 people or 4 people doing AWR. How is it going to be shared among the 3 of them? Like, Anita, you just said the best thing. One person should be like, for example, we do the demonstration. The other person will do maybe the explain plan, like explain the concept. You understand? And then
the person doing the presentation is doing explaining everything. Then the person doing the demonstration. Yeah, doing the demonstration is going to do the demonstration and just outline the other steps or whatever you can find on the report. Then the third person, I don't know, like we can divide. The first person talks about the first page, and then I don't know, something like that.
But my question, I don't really see the difference between the scenario and the demonstration.
Well, the demonstration is pretty much just you generate the report, that's demonstrating, and then you explain what's on the report. And then the scenario is just giving like a real life, whatever, a scenario, something that happened, that supposedly happens at work.
Oh.
Like for example, the database was running fine at 1 p.m. and at 5 p.m. it started being slow. Stuff like that's a scenario, right?
Yeah, and then you talk about how the AWR will be useful in that instance.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if it's just like I'm trying to know how to put the PowerPoint, because like you're going to go according to the PowerPoint.
Yeah.
So if you know, I don't know how you. I'm going to try to make it uniform, but then, like I said, we need to have like a plan. So maybe the first 2 pages is talking about the like explaining. Then the other 2 pages is talking about, I don't know, the report itself, and the rest is, you know.
When you guys are ready, let me know.
Ready to do what again?
Because I feel like we're turning around. You're saying the same thing, turning around.
Okay.
Another demonstration. I say I wanted to, you want to be up into a word so we can understand better.
I wanted to relate, because you guys don't understand what I'm saying. Okay. This thing is not going to go inactive. The pulley is not going to go inactive.
My gosh, it's raining.
Yeah, they ask you to do the. Yeah, tu mets d'abord ce que tu mets, tu fais les tirets là. Et ça va.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna start my presentation. It's the same one I did yesterday. I'm gonna relate my questions with the demonstration and all those stuff, and I will show you how I'm gonna relate it to the ASH.
Question. So this part that you're doing right here, this is going to come at the end of the presentation or in the middle?
Normally
at the beginning.
Okay, let me just. Oh my God!
This cannot come in the beginning.
Let me just do the presentation, and you guys are gonna see where it will come. So, I talked about my AWR being a repository that collects and maintains statistics for problem detection in database. They are being copied by the background process called the M1 back to the file. So when I mention AWR, the questions that comes to my mind are, how do I make an AWR report? How do I read that report? And what are some of the statistics collected by the AWR? Or if you want, what does the AWR report contains? This is just to name a few. So using those questions above, I'm going to explain detailedly what AWR is all about, including the reports and the plan. So before I start, I'm going to give a quick history about the Oracle performance gathering and its report stores over the years. So originally, before the AWR was released, we had the UTLB stat. It was a script that was used to monitor performance metrics. Then after that, we had the Oracle 8i that was introduced, that introduced the stats pack functionality, and it was extended to the Oracle 9i. It is basically the same like the data pump and the traditional import and export. Some of you are going to ask me, like, why do I mention the stat packs? And you can ask me, is the stat pack still being used today? Same as if the traditional import and export being used today. The answer is yes. Some working environments don't have the license to use the AWR report, and you have to note that the stat pack is free. It is just as oh my god. Oh my god. There's one we use apart from Oracle. Oh, what's that software name? What we're gonna do after project? How do we call it?
Postgres.
Thank you. It is just as Postgres. As compared to Oracle, Postgres is free. As compared to AWR, StatPack is free. So some environments still use StatPack. If you get to an environment that doesn't use AWR, you'll be forced to use StatPack. So after explaining the small history of the Oracle Performance Gathering and its tools, I'm going to answer the question listed above. Starting with the what was the first question again? Starting with the question about how to make an AWR report. You need to know that the AWR reports are taken every hour and they are retained for 7 days. By default, this value can be altered. How do we alter it? I'm going to give the SQL command. It's a begin DBMS workload, everything, then you end it. So after giving this, I can now demonstrate how I make an AWR report using this, what is in the screen. I can start my demonstration. That's where the demonstration comes over. I will demonstrate. Let me just continue. Let me use the HTML. I don't know if you guys are getting. I haven't even finished.
Remove one M, Hannah.
I haven't even finished. I'm still in the beginning of my presentation, but I'm demonstrating already.
You are not in the beginning. That is the second part of it.
This is the first part.
The way you're doing it though, is just like you're presenting it by yourself. Because after all this, no one else will have anything else to say.
Yeah, because
no, it is exactly. We need to share. I'm just giving my.
She just want to present everything that she got, and then after that,
we share it. We share it amongst Monica and Joseph. So
so did Sakisa?
Number of days.
Yes.
So you are not interested?
No, I'm there. I'm there. I you know, I'm not very well. I have some headache, so I'm not very recovery yet. But I'm listening.
Okay.
But we are together. It doesn't matter.
There's something lacking here. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but there's something lacking here.
Where in the report you're changing it or where?
Yeah. Okay, from here I need to explain. Actually, I need to explain. So I need to explain first of all that Oracle provides 2 scripts to produce the AWR report. The first one is AWR report.sql and the second one is AWR report.i.sql. So what I'm just doing right now is AWR report.sql. What is the difference? The difference is just they are all like they all have essential output, but the difference is that the AWR report i.sql allows you to select a single instance. So the report is or the reports are generated as follows. You enter the SQL command I just entered, $@ Oracle home this one at $oracle_home/rdbms/admin/awr report.sql. Then the next thing that's going to pop out, like this, the script prompts you to enter the report format. Do you want it to be on text? Do you want it to be HTML? I'm going to show you the difference between the text and the HTML. Corinne just did the one on text, and I shared with you guys how the HTML form pops out. So I decided it to be on HTML. So the next thing they're going to act exactly, that's what was missing. They must ask you the start snapshot ID. But yeah, I did not see the list of days.
Which you have to select from.
Exactly, which I have to select. So I can't see anything here. I guess maybe, I don't know why it does that. Anyway, I guess the report we're going to do on Monday is going to pop out. So it's going to, you want to pop out.
To put that out here, if you did it right, you say you wait till Monday if it's going to pop out.
Huh?
You say we're going to wait. What if it doesn't pop out on that day too? Maybe if for example you're the one demonstrating.
It must pop out.
That's it. So why didn't it pop out now?
I don't see any reason why. Maybe because she haven't been used. I don't know. I actually don't have any explanation for this. But I need to have the start snapshot ID and the end snapshot ID. And after that, what's going to pop out is the report file name. You can want it to be the AWR report or whatever report file name you want. Then when my resulting report is open, since I chose the HTML, it's going to open in a browser. But if I use the text editor, it was going to open in, if I use the text report format, it was going to pop out in a text editor. So it's actually accordingly. So after that, like that's the first question I just answered, how to generate or how to make an AWR report. The second question, which was how to read an AWR report. If you have, I think I sent, okay, from what I sent in the, from what I sent in the group, like the HTML report, the first advice we usually give to someone that is trying to run the AWR report is to run the ADDM report first.
To do what first?
Run the ADDM report first.
How?
Before running the ADDM?
How can you do the ADDM report first when you are waiting for the snapshot? You are waiting the snapshot from the AWR.
Because the ADDM comes in after the snapshot have been
yes.
Yes.
Fix or touch the errors which have issues, amend them. So how will you run or try to fix an issue when you haven't gotten a problem yet?
Ladies and gentlemen,
yes, madam.
Thank you for your patience. Why?
You should pop up like that.
Why do I want
ça, c'était la rivière, on coulait déjà.
Why do I run my ADDM report first? And is it possible, because your main focus is why, like you're just trying to know, is it possible to run the ADDM report before the AWR report? Of course it is, and it is advisable. Why? Because the ADDM report provides, it is advisable to be able to read it, because the ADDM report provides you the root or the main cause analysis of the parts of the system that consume the most time. The most time, you know, whenever you're trying to, for example, if you're trying to let me say, when you're trying to tune your database, and when you issue the top command to see the database, to identify, most of the time, to identify the database that has a problem, you look for the one whose CPU is consuming the most, which system is, or CPU, if you like, is consuming the most time. So it narrows down your focus in the AWR report, because the AWR report is basically so broad. So the ADDM helps you to narrow down your focus on the AWR report. That means, where is my main focus? When I see that, like, for example, when you no, I'm not going to take the example now.
Wait, don't say carry shot. I might forget what I wanted to ask. If you say it helps you, like, to really know where the what did you say, where it's coming from?
The CPU.
Where
the system consuming most time, like, where is it coming from? Which system is consuming the most time?
Yeah, when you're talking about to know about the CPU, which is consuming the most time, like, which might affect the performance of the database, right? Because if maybe maybe a session or something using a lot of CPU, it means it's going to affect the database, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I want to say, if that should be the case, the snapshots which have been taken, or for example, in real life situation, I think you, like DBA, if something is happening, I think that, like they said, they give you a ticket, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which in the ticket they might say, okay, my database was running fine by 1 p.m., for example, but at 5 or at 3, I started experiencing some kind of slowness in the database, right? Like something like that, they might issue a ticket like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so if they issue like that, I think now with the AWR report, from the time from the ticket, I think you have to go to the snapshot which were taken at that time interval, to easily generate, to easily try to start identifying what was.
No, Joseph, let me answer your question directly. You remember when
you understand what I'm trying to.
I understand what you're asking. You remember when you guys are doing the ADDM, or when actually the difference between the AWR and the ADDM? The AWR gives you the statistics, and the ADDM gives you the recommendation. That means that it is the ADDM,
and that recommendation is based on AWR.
The recommendation are based on the statistics.
Based on AWR, yes, but it's coming from AWR.
Okay, wait.
I don't know if you understood where I was driving to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because the ADDM will analyze the data in AWR.
Yeah, from that time range now, like I said, from that time, right? If you come now, you will look from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. You will look the interval time within that range.
Okay, okay, guys. I just wanted to make sure that what I'm saying is true. So, according to Google, if you are new to the AWR report, the first thing you should probably do is run the ADDM report.
Mm-hmm. Reason being that
the first thing you should
know the reason.
do.
My issue is the reason.
Okay. It is I think the same thing, like I said, the ADDM report provides the root cause analysis of the parts of the system. This gives you an indication of the bottlenecks in the system during this sample period. Just as what I was saying, it provides you the root cause analysis of the parts that consume the most time. So basically, the ADDM you know what? Asking me so much. I'm even confused, but I know what I'm saying is correct. I cannot just give you a specific explanation.
You just say you know what you're saying is correct. Well, we are students. We are not understanding.
Exactly, you guys are confused, but I'm pretty sure, or I'm pretty convinced that what I'm saying is correct. So I do not finish to explain how you read it. So when you're looking at your AWR report, the good place to start is from the top 5 events section near the what even again? Near the top of the report. So another person might choose the top 10 events or the top 10 foreground and look at those with the high weight percent. So it actually gives you an indication of the problems in the system. I wanted to take the example of the archive log before, but that's when I must use it now. When you go to your archive log, you look at the last ones, right? But the AWR report, you look at the first ones. The archive log is so broad that you cannot start reading 1, 2, 3. You must look to see the error that you're looking for. You must go at the end. The one at the bottom. So it's the same one it's the contrary for the AWR. So basically, when you come to the AWR, it's because you're looking for a bottleneck. You're looking for a bottleneck indication. You're looking for a problem. You're not just coming because of coming sick. So when you come, you look at the top 5 foreground, or you look at the top 10 foreground events. So once you've identified those events, you can just scroll down and see what SQL or what SQL and programming language are consuming the majority of those resources. So on the main section, I guess when I'm talking, you guys are looking at the HTML. On the main section, you're gonna click the SQL statistic link. And on that link, you can click the SQL ordered by. It is the link that is most closely related to the weight event. All know the weight event. So the weight events you identify in the top 10 foreground or the top 5 top foreground, depending on what you chose. So that's for the question who talks about how do we read an AWR report. And after that, I can choose to do my scenario. I do my scenario where I'm gonna use my AWR report. Then after doing my scenario, I come and conclude with my last question, which is what are some of the statistics collected by AWR, or what AWR report contains. Then I can mention my resource intensive SQL statement. I can mention my dynamic performance views, which are the VStat and the VStat, or if you want, which are the system and session statistics. Then I can mention my weight events. I can mention my object usage statistics. Then I mention the active session history from the active session history view. Then after saying that, after talking about the active session history from the active session history view, I can hand it over to Anita, Emma, and Corinne, who are going to give you more detailed explanation about the active session history. Full stop. That's my presentation. Anybody has a question, ask questions, and send them the answers back. And that's all. I did my presentation. I have my PowerPoint. I have my demonstration. I have my scenario. And it was all based on the questions above. As simple as that. I don't know if you guys understood, or if you guys have an idea of how to do the presentation. Okay.
Where's Desmond?
Yeah, I'm there.
Do you have questions?
No, not as of now.
You guys should not have questions, but instead you guys should find a way to bring bring your work to be, in such a way that you'll be able to present this. Marinette will present this. Desmond will present this, including your presentation and your scenarios. So I guess my example was simple enough for everybody to understand.
I don't have scenario.
Don't worry, Marinette. Desmond is there for everything.
Anita, are you okay?
He said that, right? He's a man.
So for the questions, I'm talking to Corinne, Monica, and Joseph. For the 3 questions I just listed, I don't know if anybody is. Joseph, are you comfortable with explaining how to read the AWR? And Monica, you do the demonstration.
So who's going to do SQL tuning?
Do they talk about SQL tuning? We have 3 things, those 3 tools.
I see morning people SQL tuning. I don't know.
Oh, we're not part of that.
You're not part of that.
Oh, okay.
So Monica and Joseph, you're gonna explain us how to read the AWR, and Monica will do the presentation. I need the demonstration.
What demonstration? You're not saying demonstration.
Over.
Huh?
I don't know if I'm the only one not getting your question. Ask me which demonstration.
What am I demonstrating?
Moi, ça me dépasse. I don't know. I don't have anything to say anymore. You guys.
Okay, how to run the AWR reports?
Of course, that's the demonstration I was talking about.
Yours is demonstration now. You said how to run the AWR reports. Ronaldo, no, it's late. It's late at night. Brain is going down.
So Joseph.
No,
so Marinette and Bibish and Desmond, you guys can go ahead and arrange yourself.
Oh God.
Maybe she called me.
No, it's Renalda.
Oh.
Arrange yourself on how to do the thing now, so that we should know what Anita is going to put on the PowerPoint.
Are you talking to me?
I'm going to introduce you. I'm going to.
What are you saying then, please? I didn't get you.
Hey,
I have a presentation. So the first part, I have it. The demonstration and what again, the scenario, I don't have that one.
So I'm going to start. I'm the one who's going to start. I'm going to talk about the ADDM, automatic, whatever. I don't know who's going to take the scenario and you say scenario and what? Presentation.
Demonstration.
Demonstration. Somebody can take the demonstration. I'm going to introduce everything. So by the second person can take a demonstration, presentation, the third one demonstration, I don't know. So to be fast. Or if I'm missing something, somebody can just try to.
Please, I have a question. So how are you going to divide it at the end of the day? So there's going to be what?
Are you talking to me?
No, like, because Renata, after your presentation, how do you guys want to divide it? Because I think the way you guys are, because you're going to be the first people to go, I think the whole group should actually go according to the way you guys are going, like do your presentation by answering questions. I think just for it to be uniform, everyone else should, like every other.
I don't think it looks nice. I don't. I mean, if I bought for example,
you say you don't think it looks nice? Why?
Because if I bring if I bring questions, for example, if the AWR brings questions, AGM can come with another format, like for example, I don't know what, someone can bring something,
You know the essence of the. I mean, I understand why Anita said that. At the end of the day, we have to look like for the best method or the best of
for everybody, for each group.
Then we adopt it. That's why they said it's like a group work.
That's why it was better to have a plan.
If we are using that as a plan, it should be unique.
Exactly.
Like, that is our group. You understand? Some other group might have their own approach. Another group we have their own approach. So that's why I think that's. I think I support what she said.
Come and ask and tell the questions, because it's basically gonna be the same thing. Like we're just repeating the same thing, showing how to do this. How to read this.
But they're different reports. They're not the same.
That's why they said if they have to score anything, they are going to score per group. They are going to score a group. That's why if it's unique and we adopt it, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. If it's good and we decide that we adopt it, it should be like it should be adopted. If it's a good approach, that is gonna be like is the approach our group decided to use on our presentation, because we worked it out like a group and we decided, okay, this is the approach we are gonna use like a group. And remember, he said he's going to like at the end of the presentations, if there are things he has to adjust, he's gonna do that. So okay, imagine now if we all present in different forms and he has to do some amendments now, how you think he's gonna start with the first people, the second people, and the third people? But if we have a unique, maybe the way of presentation, so for him to like easily adjust anything from there, it's gonna be like very simple for us. I don't know if someone is getting it. Like he might say it's not good for people to start or to do presentation using the questions or stuff like that. Then he's gonna say next time you do it like this. So
I think for that, his suggestions, he's probably going to do it at the end of the presentation, not during the presentation.
Yeah, at the end of the presentation.
Because, Renata, no offense, the way you do your presentation, it's nice, but it's good if you're doing it by yourself. Like you just hammered everything by yourself. But then if you have to divide it between 3 people, where is the PowerPoint going to come in place here? Where is the PowerPoint actually going to come in place? At the beginning, at the end? Like, because like from here, I don't even.
For me, right? For me, the PowerPoint can come at the end. I don't mind, because I don't want to use the PowerPoint. The PowerPoint is just to present to the class and present to Gaetan.
But you're presenting to the class.
Exactly, the PowerPoint is just to present to the class and present to Gaetan, because I'm not going to use the PowerPoint to generate my report.
That's why you're doing the demonstration, and that should come maybe at the end after you've done everything, or at the beginning or in the middle.
My demonstration doesn't come from my PowerPoint.
But the demonstration has to be in your PowerPoint now. I'm asking. Because on your PowerPoint, if you look now, like if you might, like for example, you might put the part of like if you want to run a AWR report, right? On your PowerPoint, I'm just trying to figure it out. You might put it on your PowerPoint. I put maybe like the is it a link or what to run?
No, the PowerPoint, I can explain as I just explained. I can explain it on my PowerPoint, but I'm not gonna, I cannot.
So you won't share. You won't share we won't share the PowerPoint.
I mean, my thing with the PowerPoint is you don't even have to read. You know, the PowerPoint is there for people to see it. You don't have to read anything there.
Exactly.
Just be
That's what I'm saying.
explaining
So
as
it
the
means-
PowerPoint is displayed. And
That's
then
what I'm
at the
saying.
end,
Just
if
include
you
the
want, you
how
can
to run.
go to your demonstration and take it all over if you care.
Yeah, that is what I thought that we do. Like the PowerPoint, everything is there. You can just read one line and explain everything and move on until at the end it's just the demonstration that I don't know. Maybe.
So you see, like what we are talking about. You see all these questions that Renata, for example, this question, the way you answer your you want to do your presentation, right? Like how do you run an AWR report? How do you, those can be included in the PowerPoint, right? I'm asking.
I guess you can also put it at the end of the PowerPoint before you want to do the demonstration. You know, you can put it at the end of the PowerPoint before doing the demonstration, and then, you know, you do, that's how you do it. I mean, I don't know. I think we're wasting too much time on this.
Yep, exactly.
I mean, it's fine if you want to go this route, but it's just, I feel everyone, like each and everyone will have to follow the same if you start doing it this way.
Let me grab something downstairs, please. I'll be back.
Princess hair braiding, 16. Okay, so what's the conclusion? It's almost 10 o'clock.
Yeah, we have to.
Marinette, how
So
about
we-
David? What happened to him?
Huh?
How about David?
He just came out from the hospital.
Is he going to be joining us soon?
I don't know. I don't know yet.
What are you guys saying, hello?
So they give you some suggestion to Renalda, Anita, and Joseph. Just try to see what, because we cannot talk like the first
I
group
cannot
comes.
be seeing it alone. We have to be seeing it together.
So they give you some propositions, right? Because the first group can come with, we have to be like a uniform. The first group present.
Our group or is their group?
No, I'm talking about the group, our group. We do have 3 groups, right? Like ADDM, ARWR, and ASH. So it's
No,
like 3.
I'm saying that which group we start? We start.
Silver Spring.
No, you don't understand. I'm saying that is it AWR or ADDM or AHSA?
It's like it's coming like AWR starts, ADDM go, and ASH finish.
Oh, okay. That is what.
So I don't know if we do have something else to say. We spend,
when doing a PowerPoint with a when doing a presentation with a PowerPoint, it has to be very brief and very and straight to the point. The way
he said that we have 2 hours, only our group.
2 hours for one group.
Yes, for Silver Spring, because we are more than whatever, more than the other group. The number of students are more than.
So Desmond, do you have PowerPoint you can send to Anita or to Renalda so they can put together?
To Lanam, 2 hours.
I have a PowerPoint that I started, but I haven't finished it. I think I have about 2 or 3 slides to do again on it.
Because my computer doesn't take PowerPoint. I don't know why I have to start again. When I try to download it, it stopped after a thing.
Do you have Microsoft Office?
If you don't have PowerPoint, just send me your points.
We have to finish everything today.
Just send me the points. You don't even have to put it in the PowerPoint.
Okay, I sent to Renalda. Renalda, I sent to Anita. please.
Okay, I'll send it to the group.
How are we sending the points? Are we sending it? I am sending, Marinette is sending, everybody is sending.
Exactly, that's not how it has to be.
So she can see the points because it's
class
all
was-
Oscar.
Okay, so you guys want us to
not
send and then you guys will do the,
No. We are looking at those points together, coming out with one thing together. Now we send it to Anita and she does the PowerPoint.
okay, so do you want me to show my PowerPoints now or what? But I'm not done with it.
Oh God. I don't know when you guys are saying you're not done with it. What are you guys expecting us to finish it? Because I don't understand. I don't understand. This thing was
That you
sent
did not show
since.
your PowerPoint. That means you don't review it and then you don't show it.
I don't understand. My thing is on Notepad. I can share my screen now.
Yeah, show your own, Renata, too. Now let's see.
Okay. Corinne, can you stop sharing your screen?
I mean, good thing some people are done. We use the ones that are done to send the ones that are not done.
Okay, thank you.
Oh my God. Nada said no. Everybody's not going today. All of us are going to sleep here.
Okay. This is my my AWR report. My AWR. This is my thing. This is my questions. This is the where I started answering the questions. This is the command I'm talking about. By default, changing the dates. If I want to report now, this is it. This is my generating my AWR report. The command, like the SQL command. This is it. This is the format, but unfortunately I can't get it on this notepad, so I send it in the group. What they call it? The group. The group. WhatsApp. The HTML. After that, I guess I have my demonstration that I have to demonstrate before coming to how I read my AWR report. This is my yeah, and from my this is how I explain what I see after my report. After the report, I need to explain how I read my AWR report. This is part of the explanation, and this is what I collect from my AWR statistics. And this is the last point which I say it is my active section history. And in the middle of this, I have my scenario. No, after this, after my explanation of how to read my AWR report, I have my scenario before my AWR collect whatever. So I don't know how long you guys want to do this. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. I don't know how long.
So what you just did now and mine, what's the difference?
Between
your own and my own, what's the difference?
I don't understand what you mean by difference.
The difference is just the scenario.
The difference between what you have and what I have. I don't know, because I don't know what you have. I just saw things on your PowerPoint. I don't know what it is all about.
So the difference between yours and mine is just that I don't have the scenario.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's the only difference, Renata. That's why I said, sure, let me see.
Oh, okay. So I just want to let you guys know that we are finishing it today.
Okay, let's start then. We're working tomorrow morning. Let's start.
Joseph, you haven't said anything. You haven't given us something. Huh?
He just said that he work on it tomorrow. He said that, right?
The problem is that there is no time. The truth is that this thing doesn't take you 30 minutes. This thing doesn't even take you 30 minutes to do it. That's the truth of the truth. It doesn't even take you 30 minutes. As I told you guys, you're not obliged to, you don't even have to do it on PowerPoint if you already have Anita to do it. Just write it down. You don't even have to do it on Notepad. Write it on your book or somewhere. If you can memorize it, then that's good. As long as you bring important points. So it doesn't even take you 30 minutes. If Joseph started it at the beginning of the class, I'm pretty sure that now he would have been done with that. So I don't know which time you guys are asking me, and I don't even see the time we have. After this class, we are left with Saturday. After this class, we are left with Saturday. So I don't know when or which time I have to give you. We have to be done with this thing today. Oh. So Monica and Joseph, I told you that's the presentation. We have the I can start, I can finish. You can do the demonstration. You can do the demonstration here. Joseph does he reads it and he does the scenario. Then we conclude and that's all. We conclude and that's all. What does that mean? That means that.
To do this thing?
Excuse me?
How much time are we supposed to use for this presentation?
You'll be saying 2 hours. 2 hours.
That is too long.
Exactly. It is not long. It is enough. It is enough for you to do something good, because you'll not just be going straight to the point. They cannot give you 2 hours for you to go straight to the point. That's not what he's expecting from you. Excuse me.
But honestly, Renata, the way you talk, you alone, you take 30 minutes. I think we should just divide it. One group has 30, the other has 30, the other has 30, and then 30 for the questions. We should try to really just stay within our time.
Yeah, we should shop.
Yeah, it means like one person has at least 10 minutes. So that's the problem.
Well, what it shows is that some people are going to talk less than others. One like me, I don't talk much, so I'm probably going to talk for like 5 minutes or something.
Some are even going to talk for 2 minutes. That's the truth, and that's not what I want. You need to tell that you cannot even tell them like.
Speak whatever you know. Don't go and be speaking.
The creator of ADDM and ASH. Everything. But trust me, if it's really something you know, you will not just say it for 5 minutes. If it's really something you've done research on it, you've tried to understand it, you cannot just do 5 minutes. 5 minutes is when you want to read something, and that's just when you want to read. But if you've learned it, you've understood it, you need to explain. You can read, no problem. You read, you explain, you give example, you expect questions from people. If they don't ask questions, you ask them questions. That's it. And that's what I'm expecting from you, and that's what I guess.
Question will come at the end. You cannot ask question if they don't ask question.
No, we cannot. I cannot wait at the end to ask or all the questions. I mean, of course, we can even.
Who is asking questions?
When you do the presentation, you don't have to ask questions. I don't really understand that.
I said you
explain something and then be asking.
You can questions. You can ask like no more than 2 questions. You know, to engage the crowd. It's a good. I think
what you are saying, not ask them that what is this. You ask what is this just to go ahead with what you want to show them. Not like you are asking them and waiting for the response.
Well, you can. I think she can ask question, but it can be like a 1-word question, not a question where they have to explain. You know, like you can ask where is this found in the database or something like that. Not a question like what is this. You know what I mean? So see, we're not even getting points for this thing.
I don't understand.
I mean, I have to work early in the morning, so in 10 minutes I will be out of here.
Anyways, I'm actually not moving forward. You're just turning around, saying the same thing, turning around.
Simple to move forward now.
You guys are not speaking. You guys are honestly not speaking. I've done mine. I've said mine. I said Monica is going to do that. Joseph is going to. I'm expecting the next group or the next work to be saying something. You guys are not talking. I'm not going to enter your mouth. Take what? You guys are not talking, and I keep on repeating. We must finish these things today. If we don't finish it today, we actually not even going to present that thing because we're not moving forward. My good God. And this is what I was talking about. Doing those things. You can think all the projects you're going to do. This is what it is when you want to work behind computers. That's it. And trust me, if you were in a class, that was going to happen. We would have finished the presentation, the PowerPoint. We would have finished everything. That's the difference. And we cannot work. We cannot finish project working this way. It cannot work. It honestly cannot work. It honestly cannot work because you will be giving things. You will give deadlines. We will know the deadline and all. It cannot work. It honestly can't work.
So what are you waiting for right now?
Wait, I'm not understanding what you are expecting from us. You expect us to send the PowerPoint? We're going to send the PowerPoints now. I can send mine now.
Yes, please, and please.
Over and over. I've been saying that to whom are you saying sending the PowerPoint? You cannot send it to Anita. How? She doesn't know what she's going to do, right? You're the one to say,
calm down. Just calm down and talk.
Do this because we're just turning around.
No,
we're just
Ronaldo,
turning around. We're not saying anything. We're not doing anything.
Ronaldo, remember, the other day we said that, oh, we should send the PowerPoint to, you said that we should send the PowerPoint to Anita. And at the end you say, no, we should not even send it to Anita because we have to review today before sending it to her. And now you are saying this different thing.
If you had sent it, right now we have the PowerPoint and then we can be editing it now.
We have to review it, then send to Anita because she's the one doing the PowerPoint. That's what I'm asking you guys. As for me, I know I'm done. As for me, I know I'm done. I know my part. I guess Monica knows her part. Joseph knows his part. So I'm done. When you're done, you send it to Anita. That's what I'm asking you. Review and send it to Anita. You cannot just be doing things, send it to Anita. She doesn't know what she has to put on the PowerPoint. And that's what I'm saying since the beginning. That's what I'm repeating since the beginning.
Please, guys, can you send it by tomorrow? I'm going to work on it tomorrow night. So
Renata, send to me, please. For me, please, to Anita.
Send it by noon because
how do you want us to
this
send
is
it?
a long weekend.
Can you send us your email address?
Hmm?
Can you send us your email address?
Sure.
Send it to the to WhatsApp group, please, so that I can, because I have my PowerPoint here, but I don't have the scenario or the demonstration. I
Okay,
can just
so
show you what I have right now.
it's
and
okay.
then-
Well, I'll take from what Renata has. It's still the same presentation.
Oh, okay.
Just send whatever you have. So what have we decided on? Like, how is it going to be? It's divided into. Oh, Lord.
Into three group, right? Three people per.
Anyways, if I do the PowerPoint and then on Saturday we see that there's some things we can adjust, then we'll just do it then. Also, do you guys want, should we do like a simple PowerPoint or do you want it fancy?
Whatever you see that is easier for you and like nice or whatever. We cannot just tell you that you should do fancy if you don't have time to do fancy, or you should do this.
Please, could you send for me to Anita?
No problem. I'm gonna send it.
Thank you.
When you guys are done, we can end the meeting.
Okay, so Anita, tomorrow we are going to be sending you the PowerPoints and we are going to review it on Saturday. I think at the end of the day, we have discussed everything.
Please, if you can do it by because I'm going to work on it in the evening. So if you can send it by 5 p.m.
Okay.
If I have your email address, I will send what I have even right now.
Yes, it's okay. Just send whatever you have. It looks like at least one person in each group has every point. So
that is
just combine everything.
Okay. Okay, guys. You done, right?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Good night.
Good night.